Hello, Nick Ayton here. My morning walk, talking about if you're how to raise investment funding if you're an entrepreneur or founder. So we've been talking about the Middle East. We've been talking about deal structure, the do's and don'ts, the whys and where-haves, and the cultural sensitivities. And we've been talking about how not to do it, but also my experience of seeing founders get so close to what they want and blow it at the last minute, whether that's overselling, not being prepared, not having a term sheet, being insensitive culturally, so they come across as rude or impatient, and the whole thing goes pear-shaped from there. But let's sort of roll back there. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get some investors behind you. The other aspect I noticed that quite a lot of founders and entrepreneurs don't do is they don't do sufficient research. So we talked about the need to, if you're going to borrow 10 million, explain how your products and services are going to benefit the region from which you're drawing that capital. But the other aspect of this is that you have to think about what other things the families or the sovereign fund. So look at the sovereign fund. What else have they invested in? Are there any companies on the list that could provide accretive value, or you could provide accretive value to that? Are there competitors on that list, which means that maybe they're less likely to back two horses in the same industry? In the families in particular, families often polarize themselves down into running certain industries. So as the region in the 70s was formed, as they managed to get the black stuff out of the ground, the days of John Paul Getty and Standard Oil and what have you, and as the wealth flowed and oil became the mainstay of the region, you'll find that certain families got involved in different industries, different sectors, and that remains the same today. So if you're talking to a particular set of families, they may like retail, they may like automotive, they might like pharma, they might like defence, they might like any kind of thing. They might have conglomerates, they might do all kinds of different things. So it's important to find out what they're doing, what they're investing in, as the last yards of research, because if you don't do that, you're in a sense you're insulting them. You're not going to. I mean, it's a very powerful thing to, when you're in conversation, to talk about the things that they're doing. I noticed you were doing this. Oh, that looks very exciting. How was that for you? And I noticed you've just exited this. And where are you deploying your capital currently, other than and just build up that picture, build up that body of research and data, because that shows that you're serious. It shows you've done your job, and it's another way of building confidence and empathy that you are a serious contender for them to deploy capital. It works. Talk soon.